everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you might be joining us from in the world today. My name is Meg Alexander. I am, as always, honored and excited to get to host another fabulous Power to Fly Chat and Learn virtual event. Now, as we go through today's event, I just want to say hello and welcome to anybody who might just now be joining us. We are here for a chat and learn with Power to Fly. And in case this is your first Power to Fly event, hi, welcome. We're so happy to meet you. Now, I've got some housekeeping. This will be a little bit old hat for my frequent flyers, but thank you all so much for sticking with me. The biggest thing to know about Power to Fly events is participation. We want to make sure that you all get value from today's event, and we want to encourage you to take part in today's event especially. This is going to be a little bit more interactive than some of our chat and learn have been previous. So I hope y'all are as excited as I am to turn on cameras and really get the most out of the next 60 minutes we have with Julia James. Now, before we do that, like I said, I encourage you to turn your cameras on if you want. There is no need to be Instagram perfect, y'all. We do not care if you are coming to us from your kitchen table or a corner office. It makes no difference to us. We would just love to see you in the room with us today. Now, we are recording today's event. What that means for you is you don't have to take notes. You really get to just sit, be in the moment, listen to what Julia's saying, and not worry if you missed a reference or a resource, or if you want to remind yourself of something later. You can always go back and rewatch this recording. So we're live streaming to YouTube right now. Hi, YouTube. So what happens is by usually end of business today, the video will be posted to our YouTube channel. Awesome. I'll share links for all of this as we go. But if you want to check the video out when we're going to email everybody, usually in about 4 to 5 business days, we'll send you an email with a link to where you can watch this recording when we post it on powertofly.com. Now, what that means for you is that you can share it to whoever you'd like. And you can also check out, like I said, there's a huge resource bank on powertofly.com. It is absolutely free. We want to put it into the hands of as many people as possible. So I very much recommend you check that out. Our YouTube channel has some of our greatest hits. It's definitely not an expansive or inclusive category. So I very much recommend that y'all check out our website in addition to our YouTube channel. Now, the other thing is we do want to hear from y'all. So please feel free to dive into that chat, keep it active, keep it hopping. I want to encourage y'all to dive in there and let us know where you're joining us from. I'm coming to you from Toledo, Ohio. This is land that belonged to the Fox, Kickapoo, and Potawatomi tribes in my area. So if you'd like to tell us where you're joining us from, or if you know whose land you're on, you're welcome to share today. All right, now I am going to real quickly show you our code of conduct. Now, this is a giant wall of text. It looks scary, but I wrote it, so I promise you it's not. Basically, what it boils down to is just don't be a jerk, okay? It's pretty simple. If you want any details on this, you can always DM me. You can find my name, Meg Alexander, in the dropdown. Just make sure that as we are interacting with our fellow attendees or our speakers, we're operating from a place of kindness and respect. Like I said, you want more details, let me know. Now, I'm very excited to introduce y'all to Julia James today. She has a career clarity coaching site that you can find if you check out the little QR code that's at the bottom of the screen right over there. Now, Julie's an amazing person, y'all. I don't know that I can do her justice with a simple intro, but Julia is one of those people that when she comes on the screen, her presence is unbelievable. You're going to be very excited to participate in today's event. Let's see here. We've got Toronto, Canada. We've got Ontario, London, UK, Texas, Wabash, Indiana. Yes, go Hoosiers. New York City area, Leland, North Carolina, California. Oh, I'm loving all this. Thank you all for jumping in. Okay, now before I do any more, I want to introduce our wonderful speaker today. So Julia, I'm going to bring you up on stage. What do you want our audience members to know about you today?
Well, you don't really have to share much because I'll be sharing about myself too. But it's just like I am like really, I guess what most important thing is like I'm here for you and I'm excited to be with you and I'm really looking forward to engaging with you. And it's gonna be very experiential. So yeah, the more you can actively participate, the more you'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, excellent. Okay, so obviously this is Julia's bio page, so that'll give you a little bit of an idea on what she's done. She's a PCC, CPCC, as well as a master's in social work. as a certified life coach with over 15 years of experience coaching people through positive career transformations. I'm really excited. We put in a lot of prep work for today's event, so I'm really excited to see how it goes. We're going to change how we do things a little bit. So I hope y'all are ready to dive in and make the most of this time with Julia today. All right, Julia, here's
Yes,
this. You've got your screen sharing permissions, right?
I think I do. Let me just see.
Okay. We're
Oh,
testing out some other
oh, here we go. Yes, I see it. Yay,
all
it's
right.
so thank you so much, Meg, for that introduction. And yeah, really humongous amount of gratitude to the whole Power to Fly team. They're amazing, and I feel very supported and excited to be here again. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining all you folks, and I really am excited that you're here. And before we dive fully in, I just would really encourage you to turn off any devices, any programs on your computer, anything that you really don't need for these next 60 minutes so that you can be fully present here and now and get the most from this session. In addition, while you don't have to take notes about, you don't have to write down what we're talking about, but there will be times where it will be quite helpful to jot down, things that you're deciding for yourself. So pen and paper would be really handy. And also, if you like to take electronic notes in some format, to just know where that is on your computer, so that would work too. But pen and paper are your friend. And so now, because I know you're all coming from some other activity and probably afterwards going to some other activity, I just want to take a moment to really get present and grounded and centered here with you. So I invite you to just notice your feet on the ground, your sits bones on your chair, and your breath flowing in and out of your body. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyes for this experience. It's really going to be short, but it's really about checking in with yourself, where you are right this moment, and just touching in. Lovely. And so staying connected with your feet on the ground, your sits bones on the chair, and the breath flowing in and out of your body. Now, gently open your eyes and come back to this experience. And I'm feeling more present, and I hope you do too. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be very interactive and experiential today. So your full participation will give you really the full value. And so I'm curious, on a scale from zero, yeah, like how much do you want to? How excited are you to really participate fully today? So for that purpose, we'll just do a little poll. So Meg, if you could bring that up. This is your first actual participation here. Cool. And so, oh, this is not the right one.
My bad.
Yeah, definitely, this is not the right one. Not the right one either.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Which values are compromised? What frustrates you at work? Ah, there,
No,
found
no,
it.
no. It's the first one. Are you excited to participate fully?
Yes. There we go.
Yes, here we go. Thanks, Meg. Okay, so I see a lot of yeses so far, and there are a few no's. Okay. Good to be honest. Good to be honest. But yeah, the vast majority, 91% is a big yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have you all on board. And so, yeah, thanks. Um, so I know you're all here, so we can stop the poll share. All right. Yeah, I think it's good. We got it. We are up to 92% now. So cool. Um, so I don't know. Share results. Do I press this? Let's
Mhm.
see. Yeah. Stop sharing. Huh. I don't know. Okay, I'll just exit his. I'm still learning the technology. Anyways, so you're all here because you want a career that energizes and excites you and then inspires you. And no matter where you are right now on this journey, you are absolutely in the right place. And I'm just going to show the roadmap for today. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll actually be looking at releasing work frustrations. And this is sort of the thing, the part of the journey when you are on this journey to career clarity. Often the place that you find yourself in could bring on quite a bit of frustrations. And then we'll reveal some of your core values. And then we'll explore together the 5 essential elements of career clarity. And with all of that, you have the opportunity to create a lasting impact. So this is pretty exciting, and I'm excited to be here with you today. So, there we go. So first of all, I'm curious, why is this topic important to you? Get clear on your fulfilling career. Why are you here? Why are you spending your valuable time participating in this? And so please share in the chat. Why is this topic important to you? Now I'm trying to find the chat here. Do. Hmm. Okay, Meg, I might need your help. Where do I actually find the chat? It's not visible.
No worries. If you go into your Zoom toolbar, you should be able to see the chat option. It might be under more. So far, I chimed in. I want to be sure that my effort brings good things into the world. So it's important to me to make sure that my work kind of reflects that. It's a lot of time we spend each week.
So the Zoom,
Um,
like, sorry, Meg, but the toolbar is not showing up.
oh, okay. Let's see. Joy says they want to change careers. Kirsten says I'm trying to figure out what I want out of my professional life. Mwenge says in between two jobs, looking for the next right step.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're all in the right place, but I'm really frustrated that I can't. Here's coming frustration coming on in real time that I actually cannot access this chat. It's weird. Last
I
time it,
know. Can you see your Zoom toolbar?
no, it's not
Ooh,
there.
that might be it probably is how you're viewing stuff.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me work around in the back and see if I can figure it out, but you keep moving and I'll keep reading off whatever we get in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other why is this topic important to you popping up here that we want to?
Fatima says trying to figure out myself because I love a lot of things. So that's another good one. I think a
Yes.
lot of us probably recognize that, like liking to do a lot of things or wanting to be involved in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what I want out of my professional life, changing careers. That's a pretty common one.
Okay. Good. So you're all in the right place. And thank you so much for sharing. And so now let's stop the screen share for a moment, just so that you can see me a little bit bigger. Here we are. Yay. And so the question is really like, why would you listen to me on your journey to career clarity? Why would you listen to me? Why, what qualifies me to give this presentation in the first place today? So I just want to share a little bit about my own journey. So this brings us back about 21 years ago. I was actually right in that place of trying to figure out what was the right path for me. I was stuck in a career that wasn't working for me, in a workplace that did not feel right. And I had no clue what was actually going to be right for me. And in that whole challenging patch of my life, I actually discovered coaching and I worked with a coach and I found my path forward, which is, of course, coaching. And that was a really exciting time in my life, realizing, wow, there's a whole nother world accessible when I'm doing what I really feel called to do and what feels right in, just intuitively. So I was really excited and then started coaching people and have been doing this now for 20 years. So I'm actually celebrating 20 years of coaching people through positive career transformations. And so that is obviously a big reason why you should listen to me. But the bigger reason is really all the success stories that my clients share. There's amazing, amazing transformations that happened with them. And I'll share a few with you today. And then the other element is that I really help you listen more deeply to yourself. That's why this session is so experiential, and that's why your participation is really crucial. So it's very much about helping you listen more to that inner voice inside. Oh, and the bar is not working. Thanks, Meg. Awesome. Okay, great. And so then again, the question, why should you listen to me? It's really because I help you listen more deeply to you. And so now let's bring back the slide share. Meg. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So now, big question. Are you willing for this to be a fun adventure? So when we think of career transitions or career change or career in general, often we associate those words with hard, difficult, challenging, frustrating, also often alone, isolated, lost, all kinds of words come up, rarely with fun adventure. So even the shift in your own mindset to have the willingness for this to actually be a fun adventure makes a huge difference. And so actually, if you are looking at this as, oh, it's going to be hard, difficult, I don't even want to do it, well, then that exactly keeps you stuck and makes it harder. And when you're willing to see and discover the fun in this and recognize that this can be a fun adventure, especially with support, it's quite transformational already. So the next poll, please. Are you willing for this to be a fun adventure? So let's just see. Please put your answers in. Okay. Wonderful. 100% yes. Wow. I'm excited for you. That's exciting. Yay for you. Great. Okay. And also, I love the on its nose. That's really good. Thank you. Okay. Great. So we're still at 100%. Yes. Wow. Awesome. I'm excited for you and I'm excited for our time here together. So, and we'll just carry on with the first little story. Here we go. And that's Catherine. And for her, that was actually one of the big elements, her being willing to take it on as a fun adventure. And once she did, she actually very quickly found herself in this new career path that she loves absolutely. And as she said, I'm already making money in my new career before the ink was dry on the resignation letter of my old workplace. So things happened really quickly for her, but the most important element was actually really giving herself to this adventure. So okay, and now I'm not seeing the navigation. Oh, here we go. There we go. Thanks. Great. So first of all, releasing your work frustrations is actually a really important element of this journey to career clarity. And first of all, naming your frustrations can be quite powerful. So what is it that's actually currently frustrating you? in the job that you're stuck in, or in the place that's not quite right for you, or whatever it is. So we have another poll for this. And if you could please bring that up, Meg. Yeah, awesome. So select from the poll. You can do multiples. Anything of those categories, if anything like that frustrates you, you can select that. And then also, if it's not in that list, please put it in the chat. We want to hear what frustrates you at work. Okay, and let me see if I can see the chat now. I can, yay. So office politics is currently the winner here in terms of frustrations. I hear you. And I don't see anything in the chat yet. Yeah, office politics still in the lead. 76%. And followed by micromanagement, which is never fun, inequality, unfairness. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't see anything in the chat, so I think you can find some frustrations in all those categories that I've mentioned. Yeah. Okay. So naming what is actually frustrating you, like the area that frustrates you, is actually a very powerful thing to do already. It's when it's sort of nebulous, it has more power over you. So just naming makes a big difference already. Okay. And so now, there's always a story that goes along with our frustrations. And we can really get hung up on that and think a lot about the details of what's frustrating us. And that actually keeps the frustration going very nicely. So we want to name it. We want to get clear on, okay, what is it? Office politics, for example. But then actually release that story and just notice what is happening in your body as a result. What are you noticing in your body right now as you're thinking of that frustration? And please put it in the chat. This is where I need your participation. What are you noticing in your body? Is it any tension in your shoulders? Often it's something that contracts. I often feel it in my throat, closing down. How about you? What are you noticing in your body?
There's a lot of people chiming in with this.
Are they? Okay, maybe I just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Let's see.
weird.
A general sense of feeling horrible, heaviness in my chest and shoulders. That one's got like 3+1s to it. Nakia says clenched jaw and stiff shoulders. Kristen says heaviness. Justina says I feel tension in my shoulders and jaw, like I have to hold back. Fatima calls it a rising headache, and I grasp with my breath while holding onto my chest. Amy says it's like headache and body pain, an ongoing headache. Alexa says heaviness, tension, fatigue.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I now see it. I was just not sure how to.
There's so many things to click on for Zoom. You're good.
Exactly. Oh, and I'm so glad you're noticing all of that. Because also, if you are not noticing anything, sometimes also we are so like this whole frustration can get us so disconnected that we're actually not sensing anything in our body. And that in itself is also good to notice. So no matter what you're feeling or not feeling in your body, it's good to be aware of it. But awareness is a huge element of ultimately releasing it. So now with releasing all that headache, tension, heaviness, etc., it's actually really helpful to let your body move. And what we're going to do in a moment is actually move our bodies with some music. And I'm trying to navigate. Can you get the next slide? I don't seem to be able to. Here we go. Because, no, first, yeah, that one. Okay, so because emotion is actually energy in motion. So no matter what kind of emotion is flowing through you, letting it move actually helps it move through you rather than getting stuck in you. So what we want to do now is actually move our bodies to the music, which is coming on in a moment, thanks to Megan. And we want to just let, the body move however the body wants to. And of course, keeping yourself safe. But you may feel like just, shaking your body. You can get up, you can lie down, you can just do whatever feels right for you as long as you're staying, safe. And also, if you have some pillows around, you could even punch in those pillows. And you can also be vocal, like sometimes some, growling sounds or something will really help actually move that energy through. Stomping your feet, whatever feels good to you. And this is not a dance, this is not a performance, this is not something that should look pretty, but it's really about you actually releasing these emotions, letting the emotion of frustration move through you rather than get stuck in you. And I'll be muting myself because I often get a little vocal as I do. So I'll be muting myself. And so please, Megan, bring on the music and let us all be following the impulses of your body. That wow.
That feels
So
good.
yes, it feels good to let it move through. So yes, and I'd love to hear. That felt so freeing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you noticing in your body now?
I like noticed that like I wanted to stretch. I wanted to like release that tension in other parts so that I could kind of maybe like, this is going to sound really woo-woo, hear more clearly what's actually going on. Does that make sense?
Cool, cool. Great, Megan. So
Nakia feels less tense.
feels less tense. Yeah. It made me feel positive. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, just let us know how is your body? What are you noticing now in your body? I'm noticing like a lot of tingles. I got warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm also sharing the link in the chat for the video that we used, the like that exact audio. So in case y'all want to use this
Cool.
again for yourselves later,
Absolutely.
share the link to
Yeah.
that.
It's a really, really, I just love this music. And it goes actually 9 minutes long. So this was just, a little piece of it, but it really makes a big difference to actually let your body move and let these emotions move through you. So yay for you. Thank you so much. And we'll go to the next slide. I don't think it's working right
You
now.
have to ask for permissions again, remember?
Oh, that's the thing. Here we
Yep.
go.
I remembered that as we were
Press
pulling.
remote the call. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Now here we go. And we got the next one. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah. And so this testimonial from Julan, I'm sharing because that was a really important element for her. It's getting out of her head and into her body and really noticing what was right for her. And that's another really good point that she makes here is that actually connecting with that inner world and connecting with your body, that's where the intuition lives. And that's where you ultimately find the clarity as to what is right for you. So, yeah, it's really inspiring to witness Julan finding her way. Mm, There, oops. Okay. So now there is, oh, can you go back one? I just, I'm messing it up. Here we go. There we go. Reveal your core values. So the other element around frustration is actually a really cool one because the things that frustrate us really point in the direction of our values. So for that purpose, just remembering the thing that frustrates you at work, the situation, now you can actually go back to the story and just looking at what are the values that are actually compromised by the situation, by this experience. And so for that purpose, we have another poll. Meg, please. And so these are some of the values that could be compromised. And just you can again select from those. And also, please put in the chat if there are any others. Okay. This is really interesting. I see 100% for all of them besides generosity. And now it's changing. Respect is the biggest one. Yeah. Followed by trust and integrity.
Those are
Yeah.
big concepts too. Like respect covers
Absolutely.
a lot of ground.
It does cover a lot of ground. And it's really important to recognize what is actually really compromised by these situations. So, trust, respect, integrity, kindness, fairness, honesty, generosity. Nobody has selected generosity yet.
9 people have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's just again one of those things where I don't, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's because I have the like the background so I can see all of the things moving at once. So yeah, 9 people so far liked generosity or yeah, because I mean you can vote for multiple ones. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. But anyways, respect is the big leader. And I don't blame you. It's often, I mean, I would say that's one, followed by trust and integrity. Those are three big ones that are often compromised at work. So great to notice, great to notice. And now I really want to encourage you also, I guess, in the chat, if there are any other values that are not part of that list, please put them in if it feels like they were actually compromised. So far, I'm not seeing anything, but who knows, that might be my settings again.
Justina says, I would say transparency too, which also goes into respect. I think that's true. Transparency feels like it goes with the trust and respect issue. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. But it's good to name it. If it's specifically transparency, it's really good to name it. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Self-worth from Amy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Great. Okay. And so from all those and more that you feel compromised for you, that could be psychological safety. Absolutely. Safety actually is a big value too. Absolutely. And from all of those that feel compromised, choose the one that really feels most important for you. So choose one of your values that you want to live by more fully. And that value, write it down on your piece of paper or on some electronic way, but just take note of it, write it down. Good. So I hope you all have selected one specific one that you want to live more fully. And so now the thing is, I want to offer you a small start here to living that value more fully. It's again, we often pay so much attention to in terms of what happens to us, how others treat us, and what happens at the workplace, etc. You actually have a lot of power in how you respond and how you engage with things. And so embracing that value that you've chosen more fully makes a big difference and ultimately also starts guiding you in the right direction for the career that truly is right for you. So it all starts with actually paying attention to how much you're living that value. So that value that you've chosen for the next month, I encourage you to just pay attention on a daily basis. How much am I honoring that value? How much am I living that value? How can I live it a little bit more? Asking yourself these questions, really paying attention. Excellent. And so, I don't know if I, here we go. Yeah, I see that. Yay. So for those of you, oh, we want to go one back again. I let you do it, Meg. Just one back, please, with the slides. There we go. Okay, so for those of you who want to dive deeper into this whole realm of values, because I mean, really, we are starting to scratch the surface here, but there is a lot more to uncover. I actually have some resources for you. Those are articles and videos that I've created and they're really valuable and actionable steps to ultimately help you live your values more fully on a day-to-day basis. And by that, start bringing them more into your career and also into the career that you want to ultimately create for yourself. So if you're interested in those value resources, please contact me. And the website is here, https // juliajames.ca // That's it. And Megan, maybe if you could also put that in the chat. And then the subject line, if you want those value resources, please put smile in the subject line. And smile for two reasons. One, I know it will make you smile more often to ultimately honor these values and find your way to honoring your values more. And also it will make me smile when I get all those smiles in my inbox. So please put smile in the subject line. Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks, Megan, for putting that in the chat. And so I give you a moment to, if you want to act right away, sometimes that's the best moment to do it, to just fire me off a message and I'll send you those resources. Beautiful. Okay, and so on to the next slide. And here is a woman who really found a path that honored her values more deeply. So she actually made a big change, moved to a new community and and she took a new direction with her career. And it all felt much more aligned with her personal values. And so, yeah, just wanted to share Kieran's inspiring story here with you. Beautiful. And so I'll try one more time if I can do this myself. I don't. There we go. Yes. Okay. And now we're going to explore together these 5 essential elements of career clarity. And they actually together spell the word clear, as in I can see clearly now. And as I'm sharing these essential elements with you, I want you to, again, grab your pen and piece of paper and just rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10 in terms of how much you feel like you actually have that element covered. And this, again, is not, it's ultimately mostly for awareness. The purpose of awareness, noticing where you are at with each of these elements. So if the numbers are low, please don't judge yourself. It's just good to know where maybe you need to shine a light more strongly. So that first element, claim your purpose. That's really about creating and living a career that truly aligns with your sense of purpose. You feel your work has meaning and you're doing something that really makes a difference. Most of my career clarity coaching clients want to make a difference in the world. But it's really important to make a difference that really resonates deeply with you, where you feel, yes, I feel good about the work I did today because, this is the impact it had on the world, on my community, on certain people, or even on the planet. And it's not the things that we feel like we should do. So, because again, in this world we live in, there are so many things that, need attention, need to be taken care of. And we can fall into that trap that we feel like, oh, we have to take that on. We have to save the planet, for example, or we have to do something about climate change. And when it's coming from this place, I have to, it's actually not your true purpose. So the true purpose feels energizing, feels meaningful, but also feels energizing to you to be engaged in that. So claim your purpose. Just give yourself the number from 0 to 10. Where are you at with really feeling like you're claiming your purpose? Good. Okay. Then living your values. Well, we were just talking about values. So living your values, when you truly live your values, it feels like you are in alignment. It feels like you are showing up as who you are. You're not putting on a facade, or you're not trying to be a different way or trying to fit into kind of some kind of box. Like you're really being you authentically. And sometimes, living your values can take some energy too. But by the end of the day, it feels good. It feels like you did the right thing, and it feels like you honored, your soul, and you honored what you truly deeply believe in. So living your values is a very important element of career clarity. And so again, it's okay if that number is low right now, because again, you already have the first steps to bring that up a bit. So just give yourself the honest number, 0 to 10, where you are right this moment with living your values. Envisioning your fulfilling career is that third element. So if you have a clear vision of where you're going, where you want to go, and what you ultimately want to do with your career, it's much easier to get there. So just checking in with yourself, how clear are you on where you actually want to go and how, fulfilling career looks like for you? And again, it's totally okay for that number to be low right now, but just give yourself a number from 0 to 10 where you are at right this moment. Good. And then the fourth element, access your true strengths. So this is an element that's also really, really important. So our strengths are the things that actually can come natural to you. The things that you do, with ease, that you do well, but also that you enjoy doing, that energize you when you do them. Because sometimes we're really good at something, but it actually ends up draining us. And it's really important to distinguish between those, false strengths where you're good at something and you can do it, but it ultimately drains you and depletes you, versus your true strengths where you're good at it, but it actually energizes you. It gives you enjoyment. It makes you feel strong. It makes you feel excited. Those are the real true strengths, and those are the ones that it's really important to access for this, for finding your career clarity. So again, just noticing where you are on the spectrum of accessing your true strengths and knowing your true strengths. And again, at this point, totally okay if that number is low, but just awareness around where you are at, where you stand on the spectrum from 0, not at all, to 10, absolutely. Good. And now the fifth element is release the fears that are stopping you. And that's such an important element because, yes, it is a fun adventure, career clarity, and it's also really scary because it requires us to be courageous and it requires us to really, go for what we truly want. And so fear is part of this journey, and releasing the fears that are stopping you is a very important element. And I actually did another talk with Power to Fly, and if you can access that video and learn more about it. It's a really, really powerful tool. So, but for now, just noticing how much has fear a grip on you, how much is the anxiety really stopping you from moving forward, and just again, give yourself an honest number in terms of where you're at with releasing those fears. Good. Okay. So this again is all for the purpose of awareness. And oopsie, now we're going to an exciting place. Here we go. Imagine you have arrived. This is sort of like I'm just giving you 10 on all those numbers, and you get to experience this feeling of having arrived in your fulfilling career, doing the things that really fill you up. And so for that purpose, feel free to close your eyes if that helps you to just really connect with that, and I'll just be guiding you to this place. Beautiful. Yeah. So just feeling the ground underneath your feet again, feeling the sits bones on the chair, feeling the breath moving in and out. Yeah. And so just imagine that place and that time where you have fully arrived in the career that's absolutely right for you. You have claimed your purpose. You are living your values. And you are so clear on that vision that you want to create, the career that you want to create. And you're fully connected with your strengths, with your true strengths, the ones that energize you, the ones that make you feel strong. And you're releasing on an ongoing basis those fears that are stopping you. And here you are in your career, doing the things that energize you, feeling inspired by the people you work with, feeling valued for your contributions, feeling excited every morning to get up and do this work, and feeling so accomplished by what you've done each day, so fulfilled and energized by the difference you're making through the work that you do. So let yourself fully feel this. Noticing how good it feels in your body to be fully engaged, alive, contributing. Beautiful. And then let it go, knowing that you can access this place again and again. And it may actually become one of those tools that helps you keep on pushing forward on your adventure. Exciting. Okay. So coming back to here and now, and notice and self-diagnose your top challenge. What is it that's currently getting in your way of actually getting clear on your fulfilling career? And please, Meg, bring up the poll. We have one more poll. Excellent. So those are some options: stressed and overwhelmed, stuck, spinning your wheels, bored and disengaged. And then there's the other. So if it's other for you, please share in the chat. What is your biggest challenge right now? What is stopping you? So stress and overwhelmed is the, okay, focus. Yes. Focus is one of the others that's been mentioned. And stress and overwhelm and stuck and spinning my wheels, they are pretty close ties. Yeah, and this again, there's no judgment. It's just good to recognize what is it that's keeping you stuck right now? What is the challenge? Good to be aware of that and to name it. And also overthinking. Yeah. This is sort of along with spinning my wheels. Yeah. And courage, I'm sensing it's probably lack of courage, or the courage to the challenge to find your courage or something like that. Yeah. Doubt can get in the way, absolutely, which is close connected to fears and anxiety. Yeah. Good to recognize these blockers. Yes. Thank you for sharing these challenges. And absolutely, they're big ones. Yes. Good. Okay. And there we go. Yeah. And so for those of you who would like some support in moving forward, um, and who, for those, like, if you are, ready for this career clarity adventure with support, and if you are willing to invest in yourself, and if you really want to create a lasting impact, I have a special offer for you, and that is a career clarity consult with me. So the link for that is goes straight to my calendar, and it's https://juliajames.as.me/clear in cabs. And that will get you to my calendar, and there you can book your career clarity consult. Again, if you're ready for career clarity adventure with support, if you're willing to invest in yourself, and if you want to create a lasting impact, I highly recommend you book that time. And that's really what we're going to do, is really explore together what are the most important next steps for you to overcome your challenge and ultimately move forward with the career that's truly right for you. So I give you a moment to just get on my calendar right now, do this right now. And Meg, I think, again, if you can put that in the chat, that would be fabulous, so that it's easy for people to access the link. Great. Okay. And so, yeah, what are your next steps? Please do share in the chat. And it's totally okay if they are receiving those value resources and booking your free career clarity consult. Those are fair, like totally valuable next steps. And also if you have other next steps in mind, again, sharing them here actually makes it more powerful because you are, whenever we write something down and share it with another, and especially when we share it with lots of others, it makes our commitment stronger to this next step. So what are your next steps? Please share. Okay. Lots of thinking. I can almost feel the thinking. So I will move on to the next slide. Actually, no, this is okay. I just wanted to share, while we have, like, you can still share your next steps. I just wanted to share, again, from my own journey, when I was stuck in that place that was very frustrating, in a career that wasn't right for me, in a workplace that didn't feel right, wasn't aligned with my values. It was all very frustrating. But the biggest shift occurred for me when I recognized that being stuck in that place actually was a blessing in disguise. That this situation, this environment that I found myself in was actually helping me to get clear on what is ultimately right for me. And it helped me when I recognized, oh, this is actually happening for me, and it is spurring me on to make the change that really is important for me. That was really empowering. So you really, again, coming back to, there's a lot of things that are in your power in terms of taking these next steps. And I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and that is, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. And that's really what this whole career clarity adventure is all about, is you coming fully alive and aligned with what's right for you, and landing in the career where you can ultimately express that, manifest that, and contribute in the ways that are really aligned with who you are. So I'm excited for you, and looking forward to staying in touch. And I think I'm ready to hand it over for a very short period of Q&A. I think I took up a lot of time today, but Meg, please come on back.
Hey, all right. So we have about a minute left, so we're probably not tons of time for Q&A. So I just want to take this time to say a thank you again to Julia. There's so much work that goes in on the back end of these. It is incredibly obvious how important these sessions are to you. So thank you so much for joining us today, sharing your expertise with our audience members. I very much appreciate you taking the time. So thank you so much, Julia.
Yeah, and thank you. And thank you again for the support. Meg, you were here by my side the whole time. And also thanks to the whole team of Power to Fly. And thanks to all of you for participating. I really appreciate it. And that you take that time for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I do want to say another big thank you to the audience members. These events obviously don't exist without you. I love that you come to these events because it means I have a job. But even more so, I love that you come to the two events like today, because this is 60 minutes that you just took out of your life and your day to do something positive for yourself. Okay, that's not easy in this day and age. It's definitely not something that most people are rewarded for doing. So listen to Meg, whether you're a little treat person or not, give yourself, the pat on the back, cookie, whatever it is, because you're doing it. You're doing something positive, and you should be rewarded for that. All right. Thank you all so much for bringing such great energy to today's chat. These events go so much better when we have that participation from y'all. So thank you so much for everybody that chimed in today. Whether this is your first Power to Fly event or your 50th, we really hope that you had a good time today. And I sincerely hope that we'll get to see you on another event soon. So go out, have the day you deserve, and don't forget to come back to us eventually. Bye, y'all.
Mhm.